But this video is for those who are looking to get a passport for the first time. Hey, what's up? This is Kim with WorkHardTravel.com, and I've talked about how you renew your passport because I actually had to renew my passport last year. And when you get your passport for the first time, you actually have to apply in person versus my passport renewal process video. You can renew by mail, and here's a little, insight going into 2023. They're going to be looking at the ability to be able to renew online. They've already tested some people to be able to do that. But this is for those who do not have a passport. You must apply in person using the form DS-11 if you are applying for the first time, applying for your first U.S. passport. You're under age of 16. Your previous passport was issued when you were under the age of 16. Your previous passport was lost, stolen, or damaged. Your previous passport was issued more than 15 years ago. If this doesn't apply, then you may be eligible to renew, which I will put a link to that video when I walk you through the steps on renewing your U.S. passport. So applying for the first time, you're going to fill out the application for a U.S. passport. For this the first time, you would use a DS-11 form. So you can either fill out via PDF or you can use the form filler here. You would fill out this information, birthday, date of birth, all that good stuff, and go from there, and then you can print it out. Here's what you're gonna need to take with you when you apply in person. You're gonna go to a passport acceptance facility and apply in person with the DS-11 form that I just talked about, as well as provide proof of U.S. citizenship. So that would be, you need the original birth certificate, basically, or your certificate of naturalization, certificate of citizenship. Then you're gonna also need a photocopy. You're gonna need to present your ID. Here are some details on what is acceptable as an ID. Then you also need a photocopy of your ID. And if any of these apply for you, you may have additional requirements. I'm not going to get into that, but just know by going to travel.state.gov, if these apply to you, there may be some additional things. You need to provide a photo. I went to like a CVS or Walgreens to take my photo. You just ask for a passport photo. Some people want to take their own photo. If you want to do your own photo, here are the requirements for the photo basics, things like that. You can even upload your photo to the photo tool to see and test it out. If you take this at like a CVS or Walgreens or wherever that offers passport photos, they'll be able to test it right then. Some sites offer photos, so let's just look up the nearest photo. You can go here and look up the nearest passport acceptance facility. I have a few to choose from, so I actually went to the post office to do mine. It tells you if photo is on site or nearby. Handicap access, it tells you the hours, and then you would schedule an appointment. So it looks like I have a few to choose from. Then I see available appointments. Sheesh. Looks like for this location, the first appointment is not until October 25th. You can book appointments 4 weeks in advance, and only available days will be shown. It also shows you the passport hours for this location, and then you'll book an appointment going that route. Here are the fees for passports. So for your first time, ages 16 and older, it's $130 for the book and $35 for an acceptance fee. And then if you need the card, $30 and $35. If you want both the card and passport book, it's $160 with the same $35 fee. Here are the fees for 15 and younger. And then if you want to expedite your passport, the additional fee is $60. So you need to do like a check or a money order. You need to make sure you have the full name of the applicant as well as the date of birth and fill out that way. And then you'll take all these things to the passport acceptance facility. As of now, the time of this video, October 2nd, 2022, expedited is taking 4 to 6 weeks, and then routine is 7 to 10 weeks. You may be eligible for getting your passport faster through different methods, such as you can pay a third party to get your passport faster, or you can make a reservation if you have travel coming up in a certain amount of days, or there's some other things like if you're traveling for a deaf, there's ways to get your passport sooner. But if you don't qualify for those and you aren't able to make an appointment at the passport agency center, then it's not very guaranteed that you would get a rush. So for life or death emergencies, if you need to get your passport to travel internationally in 3 business days because your immediate family member outside of the U.S. has died or is dying or has a life-threatening illness or injury, who is an immediate family member, parent, legal guardian, child, spouse, sibling, or grandparent. So this is, you would make an appointment. It's not a life or death. You can basically schedule an appointment with the passport agency, and you must call to make an appointment. You must be traveling within 14 days, and you must be able to show proof of travel, and you have to pay the expedite fee. If your appointment must be within 14 calendar days, that's, an option if you're traveling within 14 days. But I can tell you, it can be tough to get an appointment. So the sooner the better, but just know that there are options to rushing your passport. I'll leave some other additional resources for being able to get your passport sooner than later in the description of this video. So that's how you apply for a passport. You're gonna get several email notifications. You can always track the status of your passport online, and then you'll receive the passport along with your original birth certificate and everything back in the mail. So expect to receive it within those time frames. You always want to stay up to date, so go to travel.state.gov to see the latest time frames on how long it's taking to process your passport. So let me know what questions you have. If you're looking to renew by mail, you can check out the video in the description of this video. My name is Kim. I talk about travel tips and travel news, so be sure to subscribe. If you found this video helpful, hit the thumbs up and share this video. Catch you next time.